Well, welcome to the VRA Agent Podcast, Chris. You're our first guest.
Am I?
Yes.
Appreciate
First guest, man.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
It is.
So tell us a little bit about your background, who you are, and what got you into real estate.
What got me into real estate was wanting a sense of control over my time and my environment.
What were you doing before?
I was in corporate America. So
sounds amazing.
I can't. It was the right move for me at the time.
Okay.
Being at the time a single dad and having that security was really important. So, but I took my licensing courses in 2000. I didn't get licensed.
Oh, for real estate?
Yeah.
In 2000. Wow.
In 2000.
Okay.
But I didn't get licensed until 2008.
Okay. Took you 8 years?
It took me 8 years. My daughter was born in 2003.
Okay.
And then I just went,
Right.
And in 2008, I got licensed and I was part-time for 4 or 5 years and then jumped in full-time in 2013.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it got to the point where it does where most people that are part-time or full, they have to make a decision.
Right.
As to they start getting busy.
Yeah.
And the corporate life, it gave me the security I needed, but man, the restriction just wasn't for me.
Sucked your soul.
I'm a horrible employee.
So it's good that you work for yourself now, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where your business is now compared to where it was when you started. Like, what are you focusing on now?
I always wanted to own.
Okay.
I always wanted to invest and learn how to develop. That was always what I wanted from the beginning.
Right.
I got licensed and I got into sales, and I didn't believe that I could own right away.
Okay.
So I kept on the sales path for a good while. Well, forever. Up until 2017. So I was a decent salesperson.
Yeah.
But for a good while, the up and down, the rat race.
The roller coaster, right?
Roller coaster. I was exhausted, man. I was exhausted. And in 2017, my wife and I were like, look, how do we maximize this license that you have? How do you really get the most out of it?
Right.
And that's when, made a decision to go ahead and get into investing and start buying holds and buying flips and
nice.
Haven't looked back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So where are you at now with buying holds?
I'm climbing.
Yeah.
I'm in acquisition mode right now.
Awesome.
Still. And I'm not at that point where, I have the cash flow that I need,
right.
That I want. But I love the work, so, it's not me just busting my ass for a destination.
Right.
The work that I do every day means something to me. And so I enjoy doing it.
That's awesome.
So feel pretty good about where I'm at, the path I'm on. And, it's just, all gas, no brakes right now.
So right now you're focused on acquiring more properties.
Acquiring more property.
And from an agent sales standpoint, you're probably still doing some sales, I would assume.
Still selling. I had a good first quarter so far.
Nice.
A lot of the business that I do is coming from one of two different places, sphere of influence.
Right.
I'm going to start, I do some events for past clients' sphere, just all that thing to let people know that I'm in the business,
right.
And just to celebrate and everything. And then there's the people that I market to buy,
right?
And so like Vince was saying at yesterday's training, I do the same thing. I offer 3 options. I can buy it from you, or I can list it from you, or I can find another buyer off market.
Okay.
Which do you feel is best for you? And I lay it all out to them, lay the pricing all out to them, very honest, very clear. No attachment.
And they get to choose.
And they get to choose.
That's the best part about it.
Disclose everything honestly, and people really appreciate that.
Right.
Because, a lot of investors approach sellers that are in distress, in shitty ways.
Right.
They just try to steal property from them.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it.
Yeah. So when you take a different approach, they appreciate it. You build trust.
Right.
And that's the way I need to do things.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is one big bucket list item that you're looking to achieve in real estate? I feel like I kind of know what it is, but just let the people know.
One big bucket list item in real estate.
Yeah. What are you working on? What's that big project you're working on?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have a community real estate development program in Coatesville called Jumpstart Coatesville. It's modeled after Jumpstart Germantown, highly successful all over Philly. It's spread into the region, in other states. And as people may or may not know, Coatesville right now is going through a huge revitalization. It's an opportunity zone since 2018. Hundreds of millions of dollars have dumped into the city. And so this is a chance for people that live in the city to keep pace with that growth through real estate ownership.
Right.
And so we do a 6-step program, teach people the fundamentals of real estate. At the end of it, they have a blueprint of what they need to do to get their next or their first project started.
Right.
And start to build some wealth for themselves alongside of the city.
Right. Yeah. So you're helping yourself.
Help myself.
Which is okay.
It's all right.
You're helping other people.
Much better.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And you're helping the community.
Yep.
Which is the best part about it.
Win, win, win.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So if people want to learn more about how they can work with you, what is the best way for them to reach you?
Text, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and give the number. It's 484-319-0223. If you want to learn about Jumpstart Coatesville, jumpstartcoatesville.com. Just look at that on Facebook or Instagram. ChrisEdwardsGroup.com for the sales business. Same thing on Instagram and Facebook there. Not hard to find.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks for being the first guest, man.
Thanks for having me.